we can do that. Cece kind of, this is her set. She wanted it right accurate. Is this the walking one? Move that.
Okay.
Before he can start a gift. So I know you have your stuff you want to talk about. Yes, do your announcements, and then just before Butts gets ready to go. And I will let you say
Ladies and gentlemen, can I ask you to sit down because we really want to start? I'd like to welcome you on this second day of the conference. I have seen several new faces. That doesn't mean that we are going to do the same introduction, as you may understand, but I like to say welcome to all of you who are joining us today. I am asked to do a few announcements which I think will help different people in different ways. The first announcement is that there are sign-up sheets for private sessions and for workshops that the different presenters are doing. And the sheets are on the tables as far as they are not yet filled in. And even on the last table in the front is a possibility for signing up for a workshop with the Atlantean Orb. For those who have not seen it, a very, very powerful object. And there is another workshop that is going to be announced later, and there will be a sign-up sheet for that as well. The other thing is, the different presentations are all filmed. And just to remind those of you who wanted to buy some of the presentations, there is a table at the far end in the front, and they are all available. So every time after any presentation, it will be already printed and is available. So do not forget, this is the last day, so you may regret if you have not bought your favorite lecture. Okay. There is also a DVD at the same table, The Search for the Crystal Skulls, which is for half price available. I feel like a salesman right now, right? I hope I do a good job. It's not my strong side. But I think it's very, very good to realize there are some real nice offers, and just be open for it and look around, please. The other thing is that we have a closing ceremony at the end of the day, but after that there is a special, you can say, other type of ceremony where you can participate in, and it's called the Dance of the Flowers. So for those who are not in a hurry, you can do that afterwards. So just plan it already in your head. It's good to announce it before we start so that you know that there are even things after the closing ceremony still going on. And then this upstairs is the place where the different bowls will be singing. You know, it's free entrance, and I would recommend also to enjoy that. So you see there's a lot of things, so use your free time as optimal as possible. Okay, 999. This is the day. There are We did already a meditation last night to bring it literally into this moment of the whole conference, but the energies will simply build up and continue. Many people in many places are joining in the creation of the different energies. We start today, I would say almost again, with Hun Batzman, who, as a Mayan elder, has done a wonderful ceremony yesterday to start, and he will do the presentation this morning. And I'm not going to say much about him because I think he is quite well known, is really wonderful in doing his ceremonies, and he will do a presentation this morning that I even don't know what he will present. That's a little bit a special thing. But before that, there is a Hopi elder who was yesterday in the ceremony who wants to come forward and wants to say something to Hun Batzman to express what he wants to express to him. Bob, can I invite you to come? You want to do this?
Good morning. It's a nice day, my good Hopi people. Sinom. Today I call you Hopis. The word Hopi is a Hopi word given to us by the Creator. It means to be good, nice, kind, good-hearted, think from the heart. Just in any sense, just be a good person. Be kind to everybody. And that's what we've been always doing ever since we migrated through this country and finally settled out where we have our large 12 villages now. Again, my name is Bob Namkina. I am a veteran from the village of Munkapi. And I was very honored, excited to meet this man, this humble man, spiritual man. I was really, really happy yesterday when I met him. As I said, I come from the Snake clan, my father's Snake clan. I was born into the Tobacco clan. My mother is a Tobacco clan, and this is my Wuya, my clan. And today, as a gift to this holy man, Humbox, I would like to present him with a Hopi pipe, a pure pipe. We Hopis start our ceremonies, especially in the Kachina society, by smoking the pipe. And here, I want to present this pipe to this holy man. Wisdom, has a lot of wisdom. And I received some tobacco from the Cherokees, from North Carolina. My friend was traveling in that area. I told him about the story about how when my wife passed away, I was devastated. I had no one to turn to. And I remember my grandfather telling me, when I was going to Vietnam, he says, you're going to face an enemy far worse than the enemy that you're going to face. And I asked him, what is that? He said, that's your fear. Your fear. You're going to find that nobody's going to help you. And the only thing that's going to help you is your wuya, your clan. Pray to your clan, and they will help you. And I came home. I didn't need that. But one day I was really feeling down, approaching my wife's birthday. She passed away 7 years ago in June. And I remember my grandfather telling me, so I have in my backyard a smoking circle. As I sat down, smoked my pipe, and prayed to my tobacco clan, and I just told him, I'm not asking for something real good. I just want to know if my two girls and I My 2 girls are both handicapped. They're special children. If my 2 girls and I are going to survive, just show me a sign. I waited and I waited. And I don't know if you guys ever seen Hopi tobacco. It doesn't grow in this area. It grows in the high country. One day there was 14 plants out there. And I was really amazed. I said, this is the sign I've been searching for, waiting for. And again, I took my life up again, took a step. And today, this is how I feel. I'm a spiritual man now. I'm a simple man. I don't ask for much. But how about tobacco from the Cherokees from North Carolina? My gift to you, my father, my grandfather, my brother. Kwakwe, kwakwe.
In honor to our ancestors, I'm going to explain something about that Mayan civilization. This is the time again to explain about the Mayas and to explain in the correctly way. Not like many officials' books, they don't speak in the good way about the Mayas. But today, in the next few minutes, I'm going to say something very important for the Mayas you need to know. Thank you for the presents they give us, the brother Hopi. In Maya, tobacco. The name in Maya is Kushu. And the name of the god in Maya is Ku. So, with this, I can communicate with my God. Ku. Ku. Shu. Ku. God. Shu. Kushu. Tobacco. This is the good for communication with our Creator. So thank you for bringing me Ku Shu. Okay. Today is a beautiful day. The sun is so beautiful. In the morning it's completely bright. Today you're going to learn how we can mention the name of the god in Maya. Today we're going to learn how you mention the name of the sun. And today you're going to learn how to mention Christ's call in Maya. So but we're going to start first with the sun. Our Father's Son. How we understand the Mayas, the sun. So, in honor to our ancestors, I'm going to give this lesson. The name of the sun in Maya is King. King. We're going to mention 7 times the name of the sun. It is necessary to mention because we're going to travel in that direction. We need to be again the children of the sun again. It's the only way you can enter in the dimension, in the cosmic dimension. The first thing is mention the name of the sun. So, you're going to mention in this way 7 times. If you like to stand up, we can mention 7 times, and then you can sit down, please. So, you like your hands in this, like this, where you can receive the energy of the sun. Then we can mention 7 times. Okay, please, you can sit down. Why is necessary to mention the name of the sun every day? Because the sun, for the Mayas, give us our spirit. The name of our spirit, it is Kinang. That's the name of our spirit. Today in this civilization, they don't know where they came their spirits. But the Mayas, we don't have that problem. We understand our spirit came from the sun. So that's one of the reasons, Kinam, the name of the spirit. The name of the spirit of all of you. The name of the spirit, all the manifestation, the life. The trees, they have a spirit. And the name of the spirit of the tree is Kinang. The name of the spirit of your cat is Kinan too. Everything it has life is Kinam. So if I go in front of the tree and I can say Kinam, it means I am calling the spirit of the tree. So that's the way we can communicate with everything. The name of the clouds, the water, all that, it's Kinam. Where it came from that? From Hunapku. Came from Hunapku, which the sun is one of the eyes of Hunapku. How many eyes it has Hunapku in all the cosmos? Thousands of eyes. So, thousands of suns, all of them give to the cosmos the life, like our sun. And then the Maya we say, He's our Father. This is more like cosmic culture. And that's we need again. We need to have again cosmic education. Only that way we can save Mother Earth. King. And now we can go deep to understand this name. In the Mayan language, it has 7 levels to understand. You can mention something, Kinang, king, and then you mention in reverse. They explain you more things about the Mayan civilization, Mayan culture. What is the connection you can have with the sun in the scientific way they can understand today's the science? We say, king. The name of the blood in Maya is Kik. Is king, and in reverse, Ik. Kik. Who gave me my blood? Father, Son. But I need to understand in the correctly way, like in the Mayan language explained to you. Almost in the 18th, somebody in Europe discovered the blood, it has wind inside. The Mayas, we understood that thousands and thousands before they discovered that in Europe. Because when you say Ik, the name of the wind in Maya is Ik, a wind. That it means we understand our blood, it has wind. Travel there too, together. So, if I am sick, I can be in front of the sun and begin to mention the name, and my vibration, the vibration of the body, begin to change. And then, if I am sick, this word kina can make you more healthy. And then you cannot be sick. So at the same time, it's like a mantra, which in Maya we say manla. We use for everything. That's one of the reasons the Mayas we say Father, Son. Because he's a teacher, he's a doctor, he's medicine, everything is there. But only when you have that frequency in the mind, then you can understand, and then you receive all that good energy of the sun. So it's necessary to explain this in this way because it's necessary people, they need to understand Mayan civilization is there, ready to help humanity. Not like the anthropologists, the archaeologists, they say the Mayan culture finished it. It's no more belong to the past. This is not true. Because Mayan civilization is still for to help humanity in every place in the world. Every race, they can receive the solar education. But maybe the Mayas today, we still have that fresh information, but more the traditional people. So please, in the future, when you can go to any ceremonial center, to any pyramid, just when you enter, choose the place, and then you mention 7 times, King, King, King. And then begin the harmony in this moment for all the places. And you. Because you're coming back again to the place where you can work in the correctly way, the energy. That energy make us healthy. We need to be healthy, like Father Son. Okay? Did you enjoy it? Very good. Very good. What more I can explain about the Mayas? Many things we can say about the Mayas. Today, it looks like humanity begin to be ready to enter in the dimension of the Mayas, to understand language, to understand calendars, to understand astrology, to understand many things. Why is the reason? Ages. Now we are in different age. The Mayas, one of the big calendars we work with them is the calendar of Tzekeb. Is the calendar of the 26,000 years. And in that calendar we divide in 13 parts, and almost every 2,000 years the age change. It's like a new age for new information. In the 1953, the age changed. That's one of the reasons many things that are coming in all the world. It's like a new influence. So that's one of the reasons many things begin to know about the ancient civilizations. And the Mayas, ready again to give this information. But the persons, traditional people, it's necessary to listen to traditional people because they don't have a lot of pollution in their mind for this modern civilization, which in any place can go this modern civilization, change things, contaminate things, and do the society of consumers only. But they don't speak very much about the Great Spirit. They don't speak very much about the connection with the natural powers, because the modern civilization is going there, and the another information is there in another place. So almost they don't work together. But it's good this kind of meeting we can do, because now people, they are more open to understand many things. They're more open to enter in this new time, in this like new age. And the Mayas were ready to give this again, like we did long time ago. This is not the first time so dark it came. Long time ago came too. But the Mayas, we're still there. And we're going to be there. You know, when it's going to finish the Mayan civilization? Just when our father abandoned us. Just when the sun is not going to be in that place. It's the only way how the Mayan civilization is going to the end. So, we are here. In the Kanikushtal, we come back here. And we come back here for many incarnations. For me, I register here. Until this moment, I understand 3 reincarnations. So the Mayas, we are here. Okay? Now, because the time going so fast, now I'm going to speak a little about the crystal skulls. Today, in Spanish, we say calaveras de cristal. In English, you say crystal skull. But I think it's necessary everybody have connection with crystal skulls. It's necessary to understand what we understand the Mayas about the crystal skulls. And for now, everybody have connection, traditional people or people they can negotiate with crystal skull. It's necessary to mention the name in the correct name, like the Mayas. We say and we understand. First, skull, we mention almost like English. What's the reason? You need to understand the Hindu Europeans. The Hindu Europeans, they came from India, going to the north, and they established it in Europe, in the north of Europe. There were the people, the Hindu Europeans. But what connection can have with the Mayas? Before that, the Naga Mayas, we went to that place. English language and Maya language is similar in many things. So we have some connection. All the languages, they have some connection. But English, for some reason, they have very much connection with Maya language. It's more easy for some Maya indigenous coming from the jungle. It's more easy for them English than Spanish. It's very interesting that. Why? Because Mayan, he went to India. That's one of the reasons. What's the name of the mother of Buddha? That's one of the reasons the chakras in Maya is chakla, and we say kundalini. In Maya we say kultanlilni. I can mention many things like that, and I can the full day to explain it, the connection of languages. But now, I'm going to mention this. How we mention this in Maya. You saw yesterday I showed a codex where we have crystal skulls. Well, skulls. So, okay. In Maya we say, skull, 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 skull. Why? Is this? This is onomatopoeic word. The snake, rather snake, when they travel, produce this sound. So it has connection, the energy, and snake. And when we can divide it, kul, one part, ku is the name of God in Maya. What can move the pyramid? What can move the skull? Move the energy of God for the Mayas. And skull, in Maya we say, is the name of a vibration. That's one of the reasons all the schools, them producing some kind of vibration, a spatial vibration the Mayas will understand. Skulem. That's the correct name. What is it? It means len. Len is like light. So what does your mind need for you can understand more things? You need light. So the kind of vibration they produce is for you open more frequencies in your mind with what? With light. So the crystal skull can help us today. But many people, obvious assistance, they don't accept in this moment crystal skulls. They don't accept because they don't understand. They're ignorant. Maybe we need to take all these people and take to Mayan tradition, and the Mayan tradition, they're ready to teach them. For they can understand better. Crystal skulls, we need, is part of that for the education. We need each crystal skull in any school in the government. We need to send many of them in the White House. And then just when everybody enters, they can pray a little to the crystal skull in the White House. In a way, the level of the humanity can go up. So, but everything's coming. And thank you for Kendall to do this kind of work, bringing us here. Because this kind of people, we need more. It's good for this country. Because the work we are doing is completely peace. We're not fighting with nobody. We're not speaking bad about nobody. Because we are going in the direction of the cosmic education. If you have a cosmic education, you're not going to fight with nobody. Because it's part of the great family of the Milky Way. Okay? So now, everybody please, they work with crystal skulls. And anyway, please, this you need to mention to everybody. What's the name of the crystal skull they're going to have in the future? And this is the Mayan education. Because I have my crystal skull, and you have one there. Maybe another person he likes one, you can give to them, sell to them. But you need to explain this, because it's part of the another part of education you need to give. A little story about this crystal skull. This crystal skull, they sent me it's from Tibet. Would you like to bring the crystal skull here? Because, let me tell you a little story. They discovered in Tibet, in the Himalayas, 13 crystal skulls. One here, not there. So it's the same family, same place. You like to say something? A little?
Yes, I will be speaking later. I'm blown away at the moment by some of the explanations that Brother Hun Batzman has given about the connection with light. But yes, I didn't know anything about skulls. It's a long story. I'll say something about it later. But when I found the skulls, I knew I was connected to this one because I'd worked with this one, I'm told, in Atlantis. And Brother Frank Lou brought out this one. He said, this one's never been seen. This one I knew was connected to my elder son, and he recognized this one. And then he said, there's another one. There's yet another one. And this he gave me as a gift. And I knew about the droppers, but I didn't know how to use them. And I said, well, what about this idea that one is going back to the Mayan people? He said, you have to be the courier of that skull. So then I had these 3 skulls and the disc, and it was my great honor and privilege to come across to the Mayan people and to bring this beautiful skull as part of the threesome. But they do feel very strongly, energetically to me, to be connected very strongly. And there's also a citrine skull that's here that I think is in a way also connected. But I was very honored in that way to connect with the Mayan people, and so this one's very close to my heart. It feels part of the family. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, what some traditional Maya doing with this crystal skull from Tibet? So I give the name Nagaku, because for me, it came back again. It came back again to this place. Maybe thousands of years ago, these crystal skulls were here in the Maya land. And today it came back again. Why? Well, you know all the situation about Tibet. Not necessary to repeat the story. Tibet, almost they say not exists no more, because the Chinese, they. But Nagaku came here to be again in the place. So, what happened in that is again calendars. The age on some place finish, and the age you need to start in another place. And today it looks like this continent, something is going to happen. Begin to happen just when you begin to accept the Mayan civilization. You see? So it's like new power is coming again. Like happened 1,000 years ago. So remember this, the magnetic point of spiritual education, they move one place to another. Today maybe is this continent again. And I'm going to tell you something very interesting, at the same time for me it's funny. This Pope we have today in the Vatican, yes, he mentioned, he chose Izamal, which is the place where I live close to that place, in Yucatan. He chose the place for they can born again the second evangelization. Why he choose that place? Why didn't choose New York, example, or Chicago? But you need to be there with the Mayas, because they know the power of the spirit education. It went to the end in that place. Like in the time of Quetzalcoatl, Kukulkan, Gugumas, Ararat, they were here, the power. When the Mayas, they understood, finished that cycle, they went to La India to deposit that power. The reason big masters like Buddha, Zoroaster, Jesus, it was the time when they came to guide again the spiritual education. But now, went to the end. coming here. Later, in 2,000 years more, it's going to go in another place. It's Mother Earth world like that. Mother Earth is like the body of any human. You know, we have 7 powers. One time, the power is down when you are young. When you begin to be old, the powers begin to go up. And that's finish. And then start again. So Mother Earth is like that. It was the power here, coming back the power. It's going to be forever. Works that. In the calendar of 26,000 years. Okay? You understand? Okay, so thank you very much. And you like only a few questions because, you know, time is going fast, and the next speaker, you need to say something. But I can accept like 3 questions, if you like.
For 2012, December 21st, how does that play in with crystal skulls?
Like I said, is cycles. And 2012 is part of that cycle. So something finish it, something's going to start again. I hope not to have big disasters like many people that are saying. But can happen too, because Mother Earth cannot resist no more all the things humans were doing, like destroying all the rivers, contaminating the waters, taking all the oil, cutting all the trees. That can make the disaster. I hope that can happen. But in our hands is the possibility to change many things. So 2012 is part of that cycles of time.
A lot of people saying that the Mayans say there are 13 crystal skulls, that in Mayan legend there are 13 crystal skulls. Can you speak about the significance of that, and if that is the case?
Well, one is the story about these skulls in Tibet. They appear 13 on them. And I know it's going to appear more. 13 there, 13 there, 13 in another place. You have here a picture of that 13 crystal skulls. With Patricia, you can get a little booklet like that. It's on short information. So, it needs to appear more, because we the human, we need more crystal skull. And in all the villages, in each village, they need a crystal skull. Each pyramid needs a crystal skull. Now I am very happy because this came from Tibet, given to me. But we need them for the continuation of the cosmic work. Now you know how you pronounce the name Maya. Try to remember that and mention that in Maya, because the Mayan language, it has something very strong, can move many things. Okay? So it's going to appear more, but now this is in Tibet, and the Mayas begin to appear more. So they're coming back like that, again.
Do you feel like that it's much like the stars being found at the time we need their energy, that the skulls are back in the time we need their energy, and that their vibration is what's needed on the earth right now?
So if we need that, we need that energy. Yes, we need. We need, because this modern civilization In every place they can go, they create contamination. Who can have better or more clean knowledge? This or me? This. Why? Because cannot accept contaminations. It's different frequency. But for me, I can accept that, because what happens if I go out and somebody say, "How much is a car for you?" "Oh, it's a car for me. Thank you very much." You know, in that way you can enter in another dimension. But what happens if I give a key to the crystals and say, "This is your car"? Not say nothing. You see? So it's this kind of examples is funny, but I need to mention that, because in the way more easy to understand how we easy can contaminate ourselves with many things of this modern time. Okay, one more. Is it ready? Is it ready? One more? One more. Okay. One more, please.
Why is it 2012 instead of like 2013, which is more of a sacred number?
Well, remember the information 2012, they give Eric Thompson. Eric Thompson. He wrote about that. So why? When Eric Thompson not exists no more, but he wrote about that, and many people are following that. So maybe next time I can speak more about that and choose another years. Okay? Thank you very much.
And let's see what he has to say about carving crystal skulls. Thank you, Leon.
I have my greetings for Sisi and the Yapi and the Owl, for I don't forget someone. Okay. If I were to take off my clothes and get naked, you would be shocked, wouldn't you? Yeah? But you would be shocked, even more shocked and surprised if you discovered that I am not a man, but I am a woman. Why would this shock you? Because you have a preconception about me and my sexual gender, and this is registered in your defense, your attitude in relation to my future behavior. That's why sometimes we think we can guess the desires and behavior of people. We prejudice people and are always anticipating them because we know what they need and what is good for them. We like a Lula or Obama. We are popular. And the schools desire something? Do they know anything about us? The school have no desire for us. They just want us to register our desire in them. And the desire for us is to help you access the abyss, to be the key for us to open up to the universal void. This is the only wish of to give us access to ourselves via a perfect connection of all of our biopsychosocial equipment to meet the great void, or to accept it when insignificant, but how important we are to this system of the cosmos. To have this access, we don't need to be anything. Think how difficult it is to be nothing. This would be the object to our search, the unity nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, we can compare this to the Zen technique of the meditation, but Zen looks for something, balance, light, answer. Am I right? I don't know much about meditation or religion. Maybe something that I suppose to be what I thought I care about Christianity, like other messianic religions. Bob Marley will return. All these things, full of meaning and rules and desire that are closed and egotistical, that we are obliged to believe without objecting. I don't believe that anything in this knowledge is our, or fruit of our experience. An experience to be our has to be lived by us and showed by touched in the skin of our intention. For us to learn from an experience, we have to be nothing, devoid of prejudice, feeling. Only then can we know the void, pure and full of possibilities. Via this void, we can reach great knowledge. Our body exposed to environment, to the phenomena. Think of the wonder it would be to share an experience coming from nothing, without feeling, and to comprehend, to read our experience. If possibly not unbelieving, but with faith in the possibility of knowing ourselves. The magnitude of this, our lying faith in the chance to reach and exist in this void without feeling. We would never have to repeat the process X or I to get A or B. We need only to accept that all is nothing. Therefore, should we accept the systems created by others as good, as also part of us, that we should forget our own egos, try to be strong and more potent than others. Why need we be strong than others? Because we are at war via our need to survive. That is a great risk. We fight with each other because we are afraid to dying. We have learned that death is the beginning of eternal judgment. In order to stay alive, not just to preserve our species, but to save our own skin, we continuously showing everyone else around us that we have strong, full and complete. To be full is a far from being nothing. Am I right? I have always believed that fantasy was salvation, a fantasy without desire for others. When I am carving, I could be a god if I could create desire in others. Since I cannot do this, I can fantasize and bet on it. Only anyone can carve. Be a good sculptor if making carving for oneself without seeking praise or thinking of satisfying another desire. If you are thinking of another, of satisfying that other desires, you would be frustrated, disappointed. The other is insatiable and was at a mirror reflecting back to you, your own self. The other is ruled. Therefore, learn to enjoy seeing the other's reaction, what they do, never wishing to show them something definitive, but rather a possibility. This is easy to achieve. A chance is all that we need. I'd like to read a poem. One life, one existence, one happiness, one truth. One emotion, one reason, one choice. Always one at a time. A chance, a chance, a chance. But a life. The best existence is always one. Happiness, always a chance. A truth, one truth, one truth, one truth. An emotion, exciting, exciting, exciting. A reason, hesitation, hesitation, hesitation. A choice, always on at a time. A chance, a chance, a chance. One is you, I am I, one is the other. Always on at a time. On plus on, plus on, plus on. Always chance, always chance, always. On. Uma. I know that you want to know about the schools and my experience as a carver. Know that the school taught me much of this. While carving them, they spoke this truth to me. I know only that I have to know nothing. This is all like I can say to you, my people. Thank you. Okay. Some questions? Jim.
What's the number 2?
What's the number 2? Yeah? What's the number 2? A chance. A chance.
Leandro, I have a question. Your skulls have such beautiful energy. How do you carve the crystal so that you don't break the energy matrix? How do you feel and bring out the skull from the crystal?
Eu não entendi tudo que ela me disse. Como que foi o início da pergunta? Como foi a pergunta toda? Repete, por favor. Como que eu tinha a alma no cristal? Okay. I think so. I can't put it in schools. No.
How do you bring it out? How do you feel it? How do you prepare?
Okay. I think so. First, I think I don't know exactly, because if I am bad, I possibly will carve very nice skulls, and they relax me. If I'm good, I can't carve. I don't know, and sometimes if I'm bad, I can't. I start and stop. I can't. I need to use my heart and my mind. I need to stay in connection, to can see the spirit in stones. And sometimes I have dreams, and when I get up, I take very nice carves, and very interesting, because when someone need a good school, I don't have a stone, and he send me a call or email, and I don't have a school, a stone. 2, 1, the same day, the stone, poof. And when I carve, the people, oh, it's wonderful. Very interesting. Very interesting. This year, Germany sent me an order for 6 schools, but very difficult to find that stones. And I find 1 stones when I was in shopping center, in the mall, to buy something. One guy, oh, Leandro, I need to show you 1 stone. And I go to parking, and he open his car, and I need that stone. And another, in maybe 3, 4 days, toof, toof, toof. And I am very, very, very impressed, because I think so. I need the minimum 2 years to find that stones, and I can find it easy. And it's always chance, always. Jimmy, can you help me?
He seems to me to be a master of his art, and I was wondering if you could tell us
Yeah. I think so. The universe put me in this place because when I was a child, I don't have something to play, and I take land barro. Yeah, and make with my brothers, we make the naves espaciais, and some monsters, and some heroes, and then I started. Sometime I carve, my first carving was my father. His head fat, and I take a block of gesso, and carve my father, and all my family laughing about this. Oh, it's ridiculous, but yeah, and I like it when I take some part of wood. Always when I stay, but when I see the first skull, I'm very impressed because they move me. That skull moved me, and I showed. Someone said, "Oh, skull is bad." And no, it's crazy. It's not bad. And I touch head, and take a crystal and carve a skull, and show for someone, and oh, skull, no. And I start. I don't stop, and take models, and start to read some books, and I never stop. And the skulls never disappoint me, never. He always stay with me. My friend Book Bine said me that I just can see skulls in crystals. But I see skulls, and I needed to set free skulls. You understand? I like that you know that for me is the bigger payment for all my work. Stay here, and we stay in front of you, and we can have your energy. Thanks. You are my people.
I think we can all agree that especially in the end, we could really feel the passion of this master carver. And I think it's very important for you to really feel that, because that is what is in his work. So thank you, Leandro. It was really very beautiful. We have a break now. You can stretch your legs. We have a break of about 20 minutes. And then we come back again for the next lecture. Please don't go too far away after 10, 15 minutes, so that when we call you in, that you're in the neighborhood, okay? Don't forget the DVDs. That went well. You see, that is very good, right? Very good. Yeah.